Welcome to a place where hearts unwind, infinite threads that gently bind, love and compassion in every line. Together we rise through space and time.
Welcome back to Infinite Threads. I'm your host, Bob. Last week we spent time with the mystery of love. The kind of mystery that reaches across distance, the kind that remains after loss, the kind that finds us before we feel ready and changes us in ways that we may not notice until much later. This week I want to bring that wonder closer to home. Because love doesn't always arrive as a grand moment. We talk about that a lot. More often it slips into the ordinary day so quietly that we almost miss it. Like a cup left on the counter for someone who wakes up early, or the light that's turned on before anyone comes home. A message asking, "Did you make it there okay?" Those things are easy to pass over. They feel small because they're familiar. Yet the familiar may be where love spends most of its time. I think we sometimes miss love because we expect it to announce itself. We imagine it as a speech, an embrace, a moment with music behind it. And yes, sometimes love does come that way. But much of the time, love is less dramatic than that. It's someone remembering what matters to you, or a voice softening because your day has already been hard. It's the person who knows when your silence is peaceful and when it isn't. To be noticed like that, well, guys, that's no small thing. Most of us move through life carrying more than people can see. We answer the phone, we do the work, we smile. We smile when we need to. Then someone pays attention closely enough to recognize the person behind all of that. For a moment, we're not invisible. Love hides there. It hides in the ordinary care that says, without making a show of it, "I see you." Sometimes we only understand this after something changes. A routine becomes precious when it's gone. The chair looks different when the person who sat there is no longer in it. The sound of someone moving through the house becomes a memory that we didn't know we were saving. That's one of the tender surprises of life. We may be living inside love while thinking that it's only Tuesday. The sacred does not always feel sacred at the time. Sometimes it feels like coffee, laundry, supper, errands, a ride to an appointment, or a familiar voice from the other room. Then later, we realize those were not empty moments. They were holding us. I wonder how much love that we've received without recognizing it clearly. Someone checked the weather because they knew we had to drive. Someone saved the last piece because they knew we liked it. Someone listened to a story they had already heard because they knew that we needed to tell it again. None of that makes much noise. Maybe that's why it matters. The loud world can make love seem rare, but I'm not sure it's rare. I think much of it is simply quiet. It moves through ordinary people who are trying, often imperfectly, to care for one another. And imperfect love, well, it's still worth noticing. Some people don't know how to say what they feel. They worry instead. They fix things. They ask whether you ate. They sit nearby and pretend that they're not watching over you. And that may not be the language that we hoped for. But sometimes love comes speaking with the words that it was given. Recognizing that does not mean we excuse harm. Love should never be used to cover cruelty. Still, there are many clumsy offerings in this world that carry real tenderness inside them. A person may not know how to say, "You matter to me," so they bring soup. They fill the gas tank. They wait up. They send a message that looks casual but really means, "I was thinking of you." Love hides in those gestures. Love hides in those. And maybe our own love hides there too. We may think we have not done much, but when a small kindness from us has stayed with someone for years, that's something different. A patient answer, a moment of attention, the choice not to make someone feel foolish when they were already hurting. We rarely know how far those things travel. That's humbling to think about. Someone may remember us not for the biggest thing we tried to do, but for a moment we hardly noticed. A gentle word given at the right time can become part of another person's shelter. The ordinary is not empty, guys. It is where most of life is happening. So, of course, love would live there. Not waiting for the perfect occasion and not holding itself back until everything is beautiful enough, but just moving through the day, trying to be recognized before the moment passes. Today, maybe we can look a little more closely. Not with pressure, not with the need to make everything meaningful, but just with enough openness to notice the care that may already be near us. The familiar greeting, the quiet concern, the person who remembers, the small mercy tucked into the middle of a regular day. There's a mystery in love, but there's also nearness. It may be closer than we think. It may be hidden in what we almost called ordinary. Thank you, guys. Thank you for spending this time with me on Infinite Threads. May we become more awake to the care around us. May we recognize the love that arrives without applause. And may we remember that an ordinary moment can become sacred when love is present inside it. I love you guys very, very, very much. And you know what I need you to do. Go out and pass that on, okay? Later, Gators. Bye-bye.